Welcome to House Common Blood, where strangers are family. Every episode contains graphic content, including, but not limited to, copious amounts of blood, unnecessary cursing, death of all ages, be they infants or mortals, fantasy drug use, nudity, mentions of sex, and sound effects of various qualities. Cannot stress enough that this is mature content with adult themes. You have been warned. Anyone got a light?
All right. Welcome to House Common Blood. I'm Gray, your DM and host, and we're a D&D 5e podcast currently playing the adventure Hangmen, Worms of Frostheart. The story follows a group of misfits facing sentient calamities threatening to destroy the world, led by a Genasi army called the Rebirth Bastion. I'm joined here today by my players, Mega.
Hello, I am Mega, and I play Eddie, the Otterboy Triton Bastard class. I also play Eddie, his forever companion, as well as any other characters similarly so named.
As well as Nita.
Hi there, Nita here. I play Olia Allblack, the human cleric sorcerer.
As well as Rakuzen.
Hello everyone, I'm Rakuzen. I play Mavet Sohafidash, the tranquil wood golem, who is the sap that keeps the party together.
As well as Moomin.
Hello! I play a being that's always on fire named Seer, who is an alchemist artificer that the world hates, but this group loves. I think. Maybe. Don't murder me.
I think that was the only time I didn't accidentally call somebody by their, fucking character name. Alright. Who can give me a recap of what the hell happened last session? Don't be shy now. Come on. Free gold. Free gold.
3 gold.
Just 3 gold.
No, free.
I know he meant free, but just like it sounded like 3.
Yeah, three free gold.
I know my worth. I only work platinum. Thank you very much.
Well, the funny part is that, for the most part, the party was just, dealing with the fallout / surfacing of a bunch of genocified individuals, who had shipwrecked themselves and sunk semi into the ocean. It's assessing their situation and figuring out what best to do with them that falls within their current ethical standards, and ultimately allowing them to follow us / us escorting them. It's to another location for them to possibly rehouse themselves or reland themselves. But on the way toward that end, the party was attacked by some curious mounted combatants. But thanks to some tactical play between the various party members, they were able to dispatch of them before they had the opportunity to inflict some serious wounds.
And the reason
And
why
kidnap, or not
Go
kidnap,
ahead.
but take prisoner both of the humanoids in charge.
and to provide clarity to the audience. So there's a lot of laughing going on the last session as well. a
And
little
much
bit
laughter
beyond.
was had.
Yep, laughter is had beyond the funny antics for everyone's clarity. There was a lot of conditioning and hazing on my part to prepare the party for a hard combat. Oh, and it was fucking gold. All right, can do. For Mega, please roll me a 2d10.
Boopity boop boop boopity boop boop boopity boop boop boop. The song isn't licensed.
Thank God. Buddy, you really need to be more careful.
I will be as careful as I damned well please.
How much did he get?
So careful that I tripped over 8 gold.
8 gold. There you go. All right. What's last? All right. For your clarity, Moo, Nita is giving you her old shield and old chainmail, even though you don't need the chainmail, though.
Oh, I'm just shoving it in my bag. Maybe we'll give it to someone or sell it.
There you go. Good. All right. Any more little homework before we begin this session here? Any nitty-gritty shit that needs to be handled here?
No, I did everything I needed.
Okay. I guess because I don't have this on recording here, and I know Rikuzen didn't hear this, although it doesn't really apply to him. Still cool. The party got 2 lances as the significant loot beyond, I believe it was, what was the armor that you guys got? It was +1 full plate, was it?
Yeah, plate armor.
Yeah. Yeah, plate armor +1 and a shield +1, along with 2 lances. The shitty lance is the Steel Hawk Elite Lance, worth 12,000 fucking gold. Essentially acts as a +1 as an action. You can fly up 30 feet in a straight line. The movement does not provoke an attack of opportunity. Also, each creature within the line does a DC 15 strength saving throw. On a fail, 4d10 damage, and they're pushed back in a random direction. The good shit, the real good shit, is worth 50,000 gold. It is the White Dragon Lance. Same dealio. I believe it is a... yeah, it is a +1. It has multiple charges. 5 charges, regains 1d4 +1 at dawn. You can expend a charge to deal an extra 1d10 damage to any target it hits, as well as use the following properties. Biting Cold. When you hit a creature with the lance, you expend 2 charges and force the creature to make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, the creature is restrained by ice. The ice remains until the start of your next turn, or until the creature takes bludgeoning or firing damage. If it is bludgeoning damage, taken in this way, it's increased by 2d8 damage. Frigid Wrath. When you roll cold damage, you expend 2 of the lance's charges to deal maximum damage instead of rolling. If the cold damage is from the lance, it costs 1 charge to use this property instead. And finally, Icy Launch. While on the surface, you expend 1 of the lance's charges, using a bonus action to create a spire of ice beneath you. The spire launches you up 30 feet in a direction of your choice without provoking attack of opportunity. The ice crumbles and disappears immediately after. When the spire appears, each creature within 5 feet of it must make a DC 16 dexterity saving throw. On a failed save, a creature is pushed away 5 feet from the spire. Whew, that was a mouthful. Essentially, like, Yeah, there was a couple fun things they could do with their attacks and ways that they could remount using their actions. All right. Let's change up the music. And let's move the scene. All right. And Aluya, I assume you're upkeeping your little Aurora here. Your fancy schmancy class feature.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we see like pouring rain cascading like beyond the aurora that Aluya is keeping up. Remind me, what does this look like? Is it just invisible, or is there an actual effect that we can see in the air?
But just invisible, so it's just a 20-foot radius of just no rain or anything. Just a random of clear sky.
Because I don't believe I showed this off earlier. Let's look at a little bit of new art for Mavet that I don't believe I showed anyone. Looking like a scary man. As well as Eddie.
And by that we mean Eddie, not Eddie.
Eddie with Y, if you will. Oh, all right. But yes, just to frame the scene here, we have just the heavy smell of salt wafting through the air, mixed with the smelling of burnt flesh from a recent night that is sunk into the water. While his equipment was salvaged, around in the area, we just see rain pouring down. And just this open area where we find a lot of the players within the safe haven, mounted on their hippocampuses, like bobbing up and down on the water. At the moment, we see, while the party is in the water itself, we see on a nearby rock the wyvern that is just covered in web, just restrained, snarling a bit, but listening to its master's orders. And just out of curiosity, you're keeping a distance between the knight and the mount itself, or do you want the knight to be within the web? Because I assume like you guys have like him restrained in some way or fashion. Like you guys can set the scene on like their positioning, how they look, and the minute details. Not gonna argue or try to fuck you over on this.
I mean, I think it would be a little bit hilarious if we were restraining like one of them by just having Bobette sit on them.
Okay. Mavet, move your token over there to reflect that.
It's like, oh no, a tree has fallen in the middle of the ocean.
All right. But we see one of the knights prone on the ground, armor taken off. We see like mats of blonde hair, a scar, burn scar going across the eye, and just like a stubble of a beard, matted hair, and deranged eyes. It appears to be human. What would you guys like to do? Are you guys just going to leave him stranded out here? Are you guys going to interrogate him? Like, what's the course of action here? Like, time is moving forward.
So, come here often?
growls. He just growls at that.
So what I'm hearing.
Look, dude, I guess you have like your own reasons to be angry, but considering how we're trying to be chill about it after we're the ones being attacked, maybe you could lighten up a little bit.
He does not look like he wants to lighten up. No need
I
for a
think
check. Go ahead.
I think very much he's stuck in his ways, Eddie. It might be one of those scenarios where we just have to break down the basics, and if he doesn't answer, then we do what we always do.
Mavet would like to help with getting answers.
All right, put your token on him.
Okay. Do I see any large rocks nearby?
Yes. You see a lot of jutting rocks.
I would like to pick up a very large rock and hold it over his head, and then look over to Eddie to get him to talk.
Intimidation. Hang on. I'll offer you the roll, my friend. Oh, hang on 1 second. There we go. Get back in my mojo. T is going to make a wisdom saving throw. That as the DC. Okay. Hawk or dragon? Doesn't matter. Okay.
Actually, I'm not sure if you already used it. Oh, sorry.
No, you can go right ahead before I move on here.
I mean, I'm not sure if it particularly matters, considering the result, but
Yep.
I think Mavet's at the level where he can do something intimidation related with one of his subclasses, but I might be misremembering.
That probably would have been if I was with my other subclass before I got reborn.
Well, no, it's because the monk subclass that you're at, like when you're at level 6, I think you have an additional feature.
I'll check.
What's the name of the feature?
I'm scrolling now.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Visage of the Astral Self. If you have that active, specifically Wisdom of the Spirit, you have advantage on Wisdom, Insight, and Charisma Intimidation checks.
I don't want to spend the key point.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. It's good to know though. That's some good shit. You could actually just be the muscle when you have to be, and just be ready. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. All right. You hold the rock, look towards to Eddie for confirmation, and you see the man winces. He closes his eyes, and there's like tears like streaming out. You just see his teeth chattering for a second, and you smell urine in the air.
It's okay. I won't drop it if you listen to my friend over there.
I'll listen! God damn it! I'll listen!
So then, as Eddie just kind of leans down a little bit with his noodle self,
So, what brings you around to these parts?
We were sent with an armada to create an embargo for Frostheart. I will offer an
That's not the
insight
only
check.
thing.
Yeah.
It's just like, yeah, well, Eddie's just like already kind of skipping past that. It's just like,
Gotcha.
come on, we both know that's not the only thing you were doing.
I'll let the check ride. Yeah, that. Yeah, no, that you guys intimidated him. You just see he takes deep breaths. Then just says, "We were told that there are escaped prisoners around these parts. We were surveying local areas to find individuals that," and as he looks up and looks at all of you, "fit your description."
Oh. Well, I guess that explains one thing then.
You do see a little confusion in his eyes, though. Like, to speed things up, for him, it does not appear that him with his partner were anticipating to run into you guys during these like the transit between islands.
Basically, they were more prepared to find us on an island than like on the
Yes.
actual trek. They were eating a sandwich, and it's just like,
Yep.
oh shit.
Oh shit! Yeah, exactly. There they are.
Now that is pretty curious, though. Why they'd be looking for somebody as humble as us.
See his brows knit. And, 1 second. I want to make a check before I say something here.
I mean, after all, a few other prisoners escaped from that same ship.
I believe at that, mentioning the few other prisoners. Bet you'd know a lot about the other prisoners, wouldn't you? You killed them, didn't you?
Nah, bruh. It's like, who even knows where they're at right now?
Blink, blink. Again, with how low that roll was on my side for the audience, I rolled a 2 on his wisdom saving throw. This was more towards him keeping his mouth shut or making a Freudian slip. You can tell by the look of his face, it appears like he has an idea in mind where some of the prisoners should be doing, and he was working under a misconception. Like, the math isn't adding up in this guy's head, and as you make that response, is blink, blink, and you see him withdraw slightly.
But regardless of what's real and what's not, you seem to have at least an idea.
I don't know what you're talking about. Looking away.
Eddie, can we hurry this up? This boulder is rather heavy.
Raise it by 5 centimeters.
They're on the island! God damn it, they're on the island! They were supposed to intercept you. And he's just breathing heavily.
Oh, so they're expecting us.
They should have made contact with you. By the Saint's order, they should have been on that island. And it's at this moment I'll tell the players I had a time limit for how long you guys spent on the island before another party discovered you.
Lucky us.
Yep. Bastards.
Lucky them.
Oh, what can I say? We're efficient.
But just to clarify, is there any other questions that you ask about? If not, I can give a broad sweep of the interrogation, unless you got something to blindside me here.
Now strip.
No.
You guys are efficient can opener with this man. You guys have him beaten on the ground. And what you learn is this particular troop was sent towards your guys' location after it was confirmed through scrying, surprise, surprise, of where you guys are. It appears that they're using old information to try to track down where you guys are. And this appears to be it appears like this is going to be a recurring scenario throughout the adventure. If nothing is dealt with the scrying, that after enough failures, they're going to isolate where your position are and send troops towards you. Along with your fellow prisoners, might be investigating areas where you've last been seen. I'm trying to think with a little bit more information here. No, I feel like that's enough throughout the interrogation, at least just to present things with a tidy bow here. Any other inquiries before we move forward here?
So then what exactly were your orders if you found us?
Cold sweats. And you see him respond, but no voice comes out. It's either he's speaking very low or he doesn't have the voice to say it. Treat him like Genasi.
Well, that's a little awkward, isn't it?
Kill on sight. Yep. Oh, I guess because this helmet is off, another thing I will mention is you do see burn marks underneath his nose, like he was snorting something that actually burnt his fucking nose.
Seer, you got some explaining to do.
I have my side hobbies. I don't ask you about your side hobbies.
Yeah. Because one of the other Genasis implied this. This is just firm foundation fact now. It appears they ingested the remains of a Genasi to help augment themselves. Kind of like doing crack for a pilot.
And you smoke the other pilot.
Yeah.
I mean, can I roll a medicine check to see possibly some of the effects that could be occurring through this person? I would love to see that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, please make me a medicine check. I'll offer you the roll here.
Can I help with that? Because I want to see if that could help augment me.
Okay, yeah. No, absolutely. You're gonna roll this with advantage.
Seer disapproves of this. I would legit be like, do not snort the dead. That would get Seer pretty pissed off.
Yeah, like just like move your token closer for me. You come up.
I guess
close.
if you started like,
Yeah.
I guess if you like started snorting like the ashes of like all that Eddie has killed, like like maybe get a little high off of that, but
Yeah.
All right, do I roll with advantage or just with a bonus?
With advantage, then move your token within 5 feet of the knight, because you're taking a close examination. I assume by this point, web would end. Is it 1 minute or 10? I can't remember the duration.
oh, it's an hour.
Ow! Oh, fuck. Okay, never mind. It's staying up.
And they got
Shit's staying
double
up.
webbed, so they are pinned.
Yeah, they're yeah. I'm letting it ride. Dragon is, or not dragon. Wyvern is secure. All right.
The wyvern
anything you
has
want-
given up on life.
Yep. Anything you want to add to that roll before I continue here?
I think I will use a flash of genius since this combat was rather easy. So 22.
You watch your fucking mouth. 22. Well, it is good that you did that because I
ask off in the distance.
there were I had 2 DCs for this. Essentially for how much information you'd gather. The first one was DC 15, the second one was DC 20. With DC 15 roll, I can tell you specifically the effects on a human body with ingesting Genasi. It appears that he has a limited immunity to the element of the Genasi that he ingested. Along with, it appears that he could augment his weapons to deal extra damage die in relation to that element, as well as a particular special ability with harnessing lightning itself as an attack. You could gather that this template would fit to anyone ingesting the substance. Just limited duration for immunity and some special effects, special ability, and added damage. But what you do know is, just like any drug, prolonged and consistent use really does affect the individual. It appears with this person that it has whittled down on his intelligence and wisdom. So there is the potential, if you use this and fail some saving throws, you could do damage to your ability scores depending on what you ingest. But in relation to Mavet trying to figure out, could I do this? Yes. Yes, you can. If you kill Genasi and spend time to gather up the remains, because each time a Genasi dies, it leaves a sort of ashes, or dust or ashes when they die. You could totally spend time to gather it up and ingest the Genasi. Now, let's talk about that second benchmark. I believe during a Sham, one of you guys might have mentioned, I think it might have even been a Seer, like, why are these Genasi so strange? Why can they do this? Why can they do that? While doing the Battle of Sham. It is at this moment where you realize why they are truly different. It appears that your kin are cannibalizing each other to strengthen themselves.
Well, now I could definitely explain a few things that makes them very far more disturbing than... I imagine a lot of Genasi would not agree with that idea of cannibalizing. Oh my god, that's pretty bad.
What are you talking about? Rebirth Bastion practices like family values, connections, home.
Well, usually it's with the family, not in the family.
Usually don't eat the family.
Welcome to the family, son.
Oh my god, so that puts a lot of... Oh, it's a cute sneeze, we finally heard it!
Yep.
It piqued their mic. But anyhow, so probably Seer would kind of look upon them and being like, I am utmostly. I would just describe how disgusted I am by your practices. And now I realize that my goals to stop the Rebirth Bastion has been not a bad cause. It is now more informed. I would not recommend doing what this person does, Mavet, for not only we become addled in the mind, but I think your morals would drop as well.
Mavet doesn't plan to eat nor inhale through my thing here, pointing to his nose. But perhaps their ashes could help me become many as well.
I don't know if I would be able to allow you to do such a thing, Mavet. It's not because I don't think that would not be beneficial. I just morally cannot allow that, for these are not just creatures and things. These are the people that died and are being abused constantly by, I would describe, by people that are misusing the Watchers.
But not all are good.
True,
So,
but it's still a rather barbaric practice.
For you, Seer, this is additional information that I'm not entirely sure if you want to share with Mavet, as it might encourage his behavior. But you do notice symptoms of schizophrenia from the night itself. It does appear like each time he inhales like Genasi, that another voice gets added to his head.
I mean, the big thing is he wants to be many like the plants, not many like many brains.
Yeah, it's... you have no idea how... Go ahead. Go ahead, Mick.
No, I'm just making a joke. It's just like, well, it's a lot easier to manage the many when you have like multiple employees.
Yep. So, but you have no idea how Mobvet might take this information. So I leave it up to you, like what you distill to the party. I assume is practically everything, but this is a key detail that I want to know if you share it with Mobvet or keep it to yourself.
I would probably keep it to myself and be like, I'm gonna watch and see how intrigued they are without the information, and if they are, I would say in this case, not doing barbaric methods, maybe they share it.
So we left off on they can't all be good.
Even if they're not good, it's very much... Let's just say this. You're telling me, even if they are bad, that in the end, I should eat them if they even were me. And I would definitely say, no. It's like telling Eddie to eat another otter.
Well, not in the fun way, anyway.
Correct. Or you tell me to eat a Luya. It's hard to say.
Malvet does
Eddie
not
just like
plan
looking
to
between the
eat.
two of them.
Yeah. I was just about to say.
Malvet does not plan to eat, but we do know that they turn to dust. And this dust can be mixed with the ground, like when I was born. Again.
Are you suggesting to use ashes as a fucking fertilizer?
Yeah, alongside my spores.
Well, you see, now I'm imagining like fire genasi trees.
Yeah.
We will workshop that together, but I wouldn't recommend this one. I recommend... honestly, I don't want to recommend anything. You'll have to convince me further, Mavet. But for now, looks upon this person. I wouldn't pick them.
Why? They tried to harm us. They tried to harm Eddie. They tried to harm you. Why not make that harm into some good?
Too far gone, as I would like to describe it. Or if I put it in your case, too rotten.
Jalen will join in on Mavet's side here and just say, "You should kill him. He'll just bring more wrath and destruction. Can't leave him to live."
You can veto me all you want, as you know, I don't go with against what you group says, but I will say one thing is that I will never make my hands the mess, unless necessary.
The dog needs to be put down.
I don't listen to you. I'll listen to Eddie, though. I am, in fact, holding the boulder, so, Seer, your hands will remain clean. Eddie, do you believe this person should live or die?
There's like as Eddie kind of like takes a light, breathes it out. Well, I can imagine something a bit crueler.
A little louder, please.
Well, I can imagine something a bit crueler. It's like looking down at both of their prisoners. So, your bosses know that you were looking for us. And I bet that they wouldn't take too kindly to the information that you've given us. Right?
Grits their teeth. Does not respond, but squints their eyes, not liking where you're going with this.
Well then, it's like as Eddie briefly lets his a vape pen hang and stands up. I'm going to make absolutely certain they know. It's like adjusting his suit a bit. That you encountered Edward Hayes. It's like, Eddie, both their right hands.
Oh fuck! All right. Let me hear the flavor. Let me hear how you do this. This sounds really fucking cool.
So, well, as Eddie appears for a moment and reveals both of the blades, which they take on a smoky a visage to them, and with the fluid motion of an assassin, it's aims the blades at both of their right hands, and they normally they would normally with a hand being cut off, it's it would just they'd be fall off and blood splurting, but rather instead as the slicing happens beginning from the fingertips, they start to turn to ash. It's and start flying over into the air until it reaches the cutting point and it cauterizes with an ashen wound.
Just deathly screaming. Ah! 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 Just absolutely fucking losing it. In fact, hang on. One passes out. And yeah, the main guy you've been interrogating stays up.
It's like then Eddie will lean back down toward the one that's still conscious.
Yep.
You can tell your friend after he wakes up. But I am letting you live, but just know that, and I think we both know this would be the consequence. If you were to return to your bosses in that state, you'd definitely be killed. So I suggest you find a way to live your life. Because the one that you had before, you can't go back to it. Enjoy your life.
His eye begins to quiver. And you just see, like, just wordlessly, like, the word wait form on the mouth. Wait, my hand. Wait, you can't do this! You can't do this! And I assume this is the point where you guys begin to leave.
Well, yeah, no, it's just like, yeah, like, yep, I'll just, like, on that line, Eddie has already, like, turned around, vape pen back in his mouth, letting out an exhale. Let's go.
You can't do this! You can't do this! As he's yelling at you guys. Stranded on the rock, his wyvern just still tangled up within the web. All right. Very good, very good. You all begin to move forward here. With the Genasi in hand. Let's see.
And so, my friends, the damned if you do, damned if you don't scenario.
I feel you.
Yeah, let me, you guys begin to travel on your hippocampus. Campus, I believe is proper name. Yeah, hippocamps. You begin to travel on your hippocamps. You guys still have your crackhead chariot with all the Genasi in the back. They're holding on for dear life. Weirdly enough, the storm is beginning to die down a little bit. Like as you get closer and closer to your destination, the clouds begin to stop raining. Then they begin to part slightly, showing off some of the sky as you guys travel forward here. I want to hear like everyone's like reaction to how everything went down or the information that you guys got at hand. We'll start off with Aluya. Aluya, I haven't heard much from you. What's your reaction to everything that went down, especially with the hand situation?
So, like, do we keep the hands, like, in the bag, and if someone tries to mess with us again, we throw the hand at them, and they're like, oh, shit, where'd this hand go? Maybe we lose a hand, too. We should go the other way.
Oh, no, just to be clear, the hands are gone. Like, they turned to ash and are dust, ash in the wind.
Oh, so no hand, damn.
If I ever get a hand, though, Leah, I'll give it to you.
It'd be great, right? So we don't have to fight no one, no blood on our hands. It's just, oh, there's a hand there.
Marvet likes blood. It helps me grow.
Right.
Now to
Suddenly,
sell.
all of the Genasi turn like put a little distance between themselves and my face.
No, hold on a little tighter on the chariot, or like the fucking weird ass chariot. They're told, we're gonna leave people behind, or I'm going to really hurt you by Mavet if we drop another person. So this
Oh
is
no, that we would
encouragement.
nail their hands down to it.
Yep, this is more encouragement that they're gonna hold on.
Regardless.
We will turn to the Genasi. He's kidding, sort of, but don't worry, you'll be fine. No worries.
Well, Let's make way then. There's silly things here now.
Okay. I'm actually gonna offer you one more check, just because this wasn't something I was gonna offer unless asked about. But since you guys are moving on, it's something that I can offer for hindsight here. And I'm just going to provide this to Seer, being the intellectual of the group. Seer, I will allow for a Arcana check here. I will offer you the roll.
Okay. I'm ready. I am prepared.
Okay.
Nothing can scare me. Ah! I'm okay. Also, that is a
Wow.
19.
Anything you want to add to that roll?
I mean, we're traveling, so I could use another flash of genius without worrying.
Oh, well, hang on. Okay. Yeah, so you would use Flash of Genius. Just
That'll
to
make it a
clarify.
25.
Well, hang on, before we even do that, just to clarify, with Flash of Genius, you can decide to use it after you determine, or you know the result of the roll, correct? Like,
You can see the result, but not like you can see the result of the roll, but not the consequences of the roll.
Correct. I can't see the consequence. I was trying to figure out the good wording. Thank you, Mega.
second here.
So basically, it's like I have to decide if I use it before you tell me what happens.
Okay, yeah, that was an important thing that I need to know here.
Yeah, just another good example of this. Like it would be pretty silly if you could wait until you know like what the DC is of a particular effect you're trying to save against.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. No, that's exactly the reason why I want to do it, because you did initially pass, and that was just me trying to get more Flash of Geniuses off of you. But for your knowledge, like as you're thinking about like the combat that you guys had at hand and the strange mounts that the knights were on, the wyverns, something isn't adding up to you. Because again, it's draconic as scales. You know the importance of scales and dragons. Like only one dragon at a time can have scales. This is a weird anomaly that you're dealing with here. To enlighten you, looking at how the battle went down and how you guys damaged the dragons, the flesh, and the human-like features, you hazard a guess that these wyverns were initially human, that were infected with a variant of lycanthropy. They are not natural creatures. That being said, the important information that I want to provide to you guys is if you guys would have got attacked by this wyvern, there was a possibility you guys could be infected by this disease.
Well, if it makes you now feel any better, Mavet probably wouldn't have made for a good pet.
Shame.
I guess just go a little bit more onto that, going about their behavior and how unruly they are. You would speculate the main reason that the humans had troubles like controlling their mount is you would suspect that wyverns are subservient to dragons, and even allowing the knights to mount them would be a direct order from a dragon that they really do not want to follow. All right. Sorry, I'm just going through a little list here to make sure I'm telling you guys all the information that I need to mention with that topic. I believe that's everything. All right. Well, not everything, but a lot. That is correct, Mavet. If I guess the girls wouldn't recall this, but for 2 players in season 1, we've went over this process and subject before from the Wyverns with Rakuzan's orphan being transformed into a dragon-like creature. All right. You guys begin to travel. And I'm going to need a nature check from the group. I will provide the checks. Oh, before I get too crazy, is there anything else you guys want to discuss along your travels before I move on here? Or anything you guys want to do before I move on?
So, like, it's pretty clear then that the Rebirth Bastion is collecting Genasi as weapons, right?
At first, I thought it was for just an army, but now I realize that they are truly deranged. But then again, that means then, honestly, I could say that if someone was the head of the group of Rebirth Bastion, that means that they put the idea into the other one's heads. Which infuriates me.
And you also get a sinking feeling along with Aluya. What would have happened if you guys would have said no to the Rebirth Bastion back in Tandek Island?
Alea would have
Would've-
blown them up.
They would have found a use for you one way or the other. Okay. I believe that's all the checks, unless I'm missing Eddie here. Eddie, do you see the pop-up?
Oh, there's a pop-up.
Yep. Gotcha. Guidance, yeah, if anyone has guidance way. Just like a natural thing, or this is a phenomenon you guys are witnessing here. I want to see how much information I can give you. Ooh. All right. Only Seer then. Follow up with an Arcana check.
Okay.
Yep. I'll give all the information here. Yeah, to everyone else, it appears that you guys are getting to the eye of the storm. Wow. Seer, you do not hold that same idea. Looking around, the weather is unnatural. In fact, looking at the sky itself, it is a perfectly round radius, pushing all the clouds away. With your Arcana check, I can tell you someone is using the Control Weather spell. And it appears all of the storm is held at bay for one reason or another. And as a Genasi, I can tell you, you no longer feel the sentient calamity. It is pushed to the outside of this radius that you guys are entering. And at the distance, you guys would see this. You guys see a large battle axe, colossal in size, its blade skyward and its shaft going through a island. Upon the island itself, you see a rough structure. And I will provide everyone with perception checks for a little bit more information here.
Oh, looks like someone dropped their axe.
Someone else looks like they dropped their bow.
I'm still loading.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, they seem to be pretty clumsy, actually.
Oh, that's a sad roll for whoever got the one.
Oops.
Oh my god, someone else got a one.
Oh
Mm.
boy.
Delicious. Seer, I'm just gonna keep talking to you and Eddie as well. Both of you. You have the waft of beyond the salt of the sea itself and the overpowerful odors of the ocean. You smell feces on the wind. As you look forward onto the island, you see a creature maintaining a small flight off the ground. And right next to it, you see two mounds of brown and black. It's really hard to tell from here, but it looks like there are three creatures on the island. But as you guys see the sight, you know deep down in your heart that you have reached your destination. This is the Shrine of Yimmarra, and you know that this shrine has what's called the Tidewind Channel.
Well, looks like we reached our destination, haven't we, Eddie? Also, why is Aluya upside down in the water?
Clip clop. It's navigating.
Navigating. Because I want to also
have to wonder about the ones that are already there on the island.
I think the best choice of action in this case, Eddie, is to scout if we can. I have my little friend, unless you have other methods.
Well, considering who gave us this information, I think it would be possibly safest if either you or Aluya did the scouting ahead, in case they happen to be agents of the Rebirth Bastion.
They should just be Genasi, right?
Well, looks can be deceiving.
She takes it to heart. That phrase alone strikes home true. Yeah, so how do you guys do, like, how do you guys approach this?
I mean, honestly, what would kind of maybe, at least to me, make the most sense would be while whoever is scouting ahead, it's like the rest of the individuals possibly take refuge, air quote, beneath the water, since it's harder to notice you approaching if you're not even really that visible.
Okay. Now, just give me one moment here. I'll get things set up, and we'll just transition scenes.
I am ready for this plan.
Can even pretend that the like maybe even like a partial cover of like our bastard chariot, like pretending it's just like a piece of driftwood. Just like, that's weird.
Yeah, when people have sight, just tell me if you can see the scene. Just want to make sure I'm not fucking shit up as you guys are approaching this island.
I haven't gotten rid of my exhaustion yet, Gray, either, just because we've been traveling, so I'm just keeping it till we actually get to land and I take a rest.
Yeah, that's the big thing. That's it. It is clear weather, and as you approach, you hear the sound of music. It sounds like drum beats and the slapping of mud onto ground. But
This looks friendly.
yeah, it's very friendly. Just so the audience can see exactly the enemies at hand. Let's see. The giant creatures that, again, do not look friendly. You see what looks to be a almost draconic monster made of mud by the looks of it. But the smell would make you guess that it's made of feces. While the main creature that you see flying, upon closer inspection here, appears to be dragonborn with no scales, pink flesh, red and blue veins. And it is just batting its wings to the beat.
I have a lot of second graders that would love what you just described to them.
Yep. Well,
You guys are approaching. Let me hear this approach.
You know, of course, in my game, I make my party eat shit, and now Gray wants to cover us in shit.
Yep.
So, just to make sure, Mega, you want me to do the talking and I walk over kind of situation, correct? Or do you want to?
What Eddie was suggesting is that, like, the people who would be, at the very least, create the least attention by being there. A couple of Genasi would probably be the best ones to, like, actually make scouting attempts and initial approach. But then if things get dicey, then...
I think I am willing to do this task now. So I could describe this for the group a bit more.
Yep.
You will see Seer stand up and being like, I think I got this, Rascal. Oh, no, I mean Spanky. Rascal died. I miss Rascal.
It's
Anyhow,
tragic accident. Shreds, you say?
if you want to join me, Oluya, you can, but honestly, I have confidence with my new technology of things that I might be able to handle some things.
Are you sure? I mean, I could go with you.
I leave
Watch
it
it back.
I leave it up to you, but I could say with confidence from our adventures, I'm happy to have someone that could always watch my back.
Okay. I believe in you. So I don't want to mess anything up. You do what you need to. I will watch you.
Fair
I
enough.
guess, like, in the worst case scenario, Aluya, you can pops yourself and someone over and vice versa.
Yes.
As long as you guys can cover my rear, we're good.
I can do
I'm
that.
honestly good. Glad to hear that. All right, Spanky.
Move
Hey.
yourselves on the map, and let me see the positioning as you guys are moving along here. Yep. I assume with the people that are staying behind, that location is fine. Just like, using the rocks as cover as a hiding spot here, staying within the water.
It's like rocks plus, again, pretending the chariot is just a really big piece of driftwood.
Yeah, perfectly cool. Like, the Storm Genasi are with you. It's not creating a ruckus. You guys have firm discipline over them. Same with you, Luya. Please move yourself on the map as we go along here.
All right, I have Oluya watching me, and I'm just gonna keep moving forward as I scout, and I'm gonna have little rascal stealth about ahead of me as we're basically gonna go investigate what's going on.
Okay. And Luya is right by your side, trailing behind.
Watching her.
As I walk up, you described basically a poop monster now. Is what I see blood or poop? Is that what I'm seeing?
Make me a investigation check because you are within sight of this creature. I will offer
Oh,
you
God.
a check.
No, I'm just terrified because when you say it's like investigation check, it's like, oh god, it's both!
Does this smell like pennies or does this smell like ass?
It smells like ass pennies.
Pennies.
All right.
Natural.
Nice.
Wow.
Most
I
don't know
guess
why I
I'll
needed
just
a roll. Just reveal?
I guess I'll just tell you everything with this. If you were to give a term to this is a dragon mud hulk. And they are made from digesting a scaleless dragon whole and essentially shitting it out. You would presume whatever dragon would do such a heinous act like this is really making use of their body to create a formidable foe for those who do not bow down to it.
The answer is both.
Mhm.
Not gonna lie, literally, dragons in this world are literally like, I will eat you and I will shit you.
Yeah.
And not
Well,
on you, you will be my shit, basically.
And again, just to really drive home, these are very noble and honorable creatures. This is the highest form of disgrace you could do to an adversary.
That's what I'm trying to get at. It's like, damn, that's some levels. You become my shit.
Okay.
But then I will proceed to move forward.
Okay.
Did the map get darker?
No. I don't have any special effects or anything. Is it safe to assume you're following step with her, Aluya?
No, I'm gonna stay behind with the group and just watch
Okay.
from afar. I just want to make sure I
All
have
right.
line of sight of.
Yeah, for your case, Seer, because you are now entering the island, at this point, I'm going to have to make you make a stealth check. If you're scouting, are you okay letting yourself be known, or are you sneaking up?
I mean, the problem is if I'm sneaking up and then I get discovered, it looks way worse than me just approaching, but I will have Rascal hide on me.
Okay.
Seer is not the quiet approach.
All right. You begin to approach here. First thing of note, if you move, from your vantage point, at this point, I can tell you, there is a stairwell that leads up to like a walled shrine-esque area. There is a shrine to what looks to be a giant with a battle axe. And at its foot, and the entire ground, raised elevation of 10-15 feet, you see the ground is caked with feces. And within the feces, you see this. Let's see if I can make this a real showstopper here.
I'm just having like...
You see 10 Dragonborn, all bound and gagged, within the shit itself. Their skin infected with feces. You see that their scales are skinned off, essentially. They were skinned alive. And you see an entire bowl filled with scales at the shrine foot.
Well, this turned from, oh, okay, this is cool, to, I think we need to do some adventuring in this case. You know what? Okay, above table, I might have suggested I do hand signals.
Mm-hmm.
And I have many hand signals that are just very much normal.
Yep.
But my oh shit button is very much the oh shit like symbol of like this looks bad, but I'm not in danger versus I'm in danger is very simple. It's the rocker demon horns for one, where I'm not in danger, and then if I'm in danger, I just flail my arms like a Muppet.
I mean, like, it's like, assuming that you're comfortable enough, like, doing so in a given situation, you do still have the integrated shell phone in.
Oh, you're right. I could do that. You know what? I think then they'll just put a message being like, this went from bad to worse immediately is, well, we saw 3 creatures, but there's actually 13 things. And 10 of them are, I think, victims of the 3.
Yeah, and around the walls, around the walls of the shrine, you see almost Aztec design of statues ominously looming over you.
Eddie, would you like me to keep approaching? I don't think they spotted me, even though I'm not hiding.
Oh, no, that's the DM being generous with information right now. Speaking about being spotted,
there we go. I was waiting for that.
Approach the area without stealthing. You do see this flying creature.
Put myself
Keep in
there.
mind, yeah, this scaleless dragonborn that is not bound up is flying 5 feet off the shit-caked ground, and he turns his head towards you and just goes,
Who's over there? Are you
As they
sneaking
yelled.
up on me?
Looks at themselves and looks back up. Do you think I can sneak upon you? For I hide behind no rock, nor wall, nor identity.
you see its tongue licking around its jowl.
Come here then.
I mean, I originally was already planning to do, but now you make it sound suspicious. Would you mind giving me some reassurance so that if I walk up there, well, hard to say actually to ask that, I'll just come up regardless. The shell phone keeps going on.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried. Aluya has a really cool skill to just poof, and we also have
Yep.
the spears, or the lances that let you kind of get away with a lot of things.
Yeah, you see this dragonborn just beckoning you forth.
Is he having a friendlier demeanor? Is he being like threatening? Is he just being like a goofball?
Let's go with an insight check here.
People of my group, this is how I roll in that one. Oh, no, I actually did well. I usually suck at insight.
You see that the creature was initially hostile towards you, being a stranger on the shore, but upon closer inspection, seeing that you're Genasi, It gives you a smile. At the moment, it does not appear to have malicious intent towards you.
Come here, then. Let me have a closer look at you.
Trudges up. I think
you
as a fire
get to that
genasi.
exact spot, 5 feet in front of you is where that shit-caked like mud is just all over the ground. What I'm saying is anything beyond that point, you're going to be in difficult terrain.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. See it beating its wings, still flying. Let's look at you.
Currently has a swim cap on, so don't imagine Luxurious flaming hair. Think of more of like a bald genasi with a swim cap on.
Yeah, and I think that's where the confusion came from. And just for your knowledge, Aluya, the moment you do step onto the shore, you will have to make a stealth check, just for your knowledge. Right now, you are still in the water. All right. So, this creature beating its wings. I think his initial question is,
Are you here to get to the tide wind?
Above table, I think that is our goal.
yes.
Correct. So I'm
Tidewind,
basically,
yes.
after kind of like doing a little stretches here and there, as if like they're just relaxed, they just simply lean back and go like, correct.
Squints at you. And I think, batting its wings, it'll nudge its head behind it, and I will ping on the map for everyone.
Eddie is hearing all this, right? Because he has the shell phone.
That
Correct.
should be correct.
Okay.
Towards that location that I pinged, he nudges his head towards that location. And just for just the visual here, the embedded battle axe, it appears like there is an opening within the shaft, bring you downward into like below water inside of the island itself, and it just goes,
Let's go over there. Hurry now. I'm quite busy, and I don't want you distracting me.
and you see he is concentrating right now.
Sad I was going to ask for introductions.
No
Then,
need. Your kind sticks with its own, and I'll stick with mine.
True Genasi.
Yes. I just stand your kind.
Better than despising it.
Licks his
Regardless, then I'll make my way. If I come back up, it's just to grab my things. I have to make sure I'm in the right location. And
Close
then
his
they'll
eyes.
just... I mean, technically, I did leave my shit.
Yeah.
So it's one of those situations like they're just gonna walk forward in and just let him do his thing. Being like, cool, do your thing.
Okay.
I'll go take care of my things.
All right, let's actually move you properly onto square. What the fuck's happening here? Yep, there we go. As you come forth, you just see him just doing a prayer.
In the name of Grimmer, the opulescent, I grant thee a sacrifice so you may win your victory, so you may have it in your palm and crush your adversary. Don't worry, my lord. I'll give you all the souls. It'll all be yours.
And again, if you're just walking past and not immediately stopping him, he is essentially going to take his first action here. You see... Okay.
I'm gonna let the
Let's hear.
group, as they listen, and have their decisions as well. But go ahead, because
Yeah.
Seer is in a situation
If
of
there's
I am the scout.
if there's affirmative action here from anyone, we might have to roll into initiative to keep things orderly. But if you want to see what happens, you guys can see what happens.
Eddie, I'm losing sight of her. Can you hear anything?
Yeah, it looks like they're letting through, but also it seems like they're doing some sort of ritualistic sacrifice to help the skin dragon win their fight.
And
But
at that
I'm
moment,
sorry.
you see the distant
What?
lightning of two dragons fighting in the distance.
They're going to sacrifice her?
That's a great interpretation. That's fucking great.
Is this the moment where just like Aluya panic teleports?
Oh my god, that would be so bad. If they teleport, it's different. If they teleport with like Addie, it's like, the hell did you bring over?
Yeah. You even see as you're walking along, Seer, like one of the, and I'm just gonna call it what it is, the defecated Hulk, just snaps at you as you come by, and you just see the Dragonborn hold up its hand.
Do not harm her.
And he just
He
squints.
interrupted himself.
Yeah. Speaking his free action.
Eddie, do I go now? Eddie, what do I do? Eddie, do I go now?
She's a Genasi. There's not much we can get from her. Just let her pass.
Licks his lips. And at this point, I want to see what the party does before I continue on with the solid action. Because if you guys do anything out of the ordinary that he'll notice or see, I'm going to have to roll initiative.
Eddie, do I go?
I'm ready to rumble, but that's me above table. You guys do you, because Seer's trying to be optimal and letting the group choice, and then I know what Seer would do at the moment if things go shit.
Yeah.
Louis looks like she's having a malfunction. Her arms and her body are kind of like going spastic. Do I go? Do I go? Do we go now? Come with me. What do we do?
I did mention ahead of time it went from bad to worse, as I think I would have mentioned like 10 things about to be murdered.
Yep. Yeah, what seems disturbing is like just a closer inspection. It appears that this creature is of the same tribe as these Dragonborn. It appears that he overwhelmed his own tribe and is offering his kin as sacrifice.
Now, I will make one argument why Seer didn't jump in. And this is for you, Gray, to know. They said Grimmer, correct?
Yep, Grimmer. That's factual.
Grimmer as in the one that tried to steal our souls.
He has the potential to mess with souls, yes. I can
Reason
confidently say that.
Reason why I mention that is because I'm sitting there going like, Gray could be making us jump in to save things. And then I'm sitting there going like, Alu and I being concluding into this thing could really go fucking wrong with us.
Could be.
Since
he's not being directly confrontational to you or the party. Well, he doesn't notice the party, but he's not being directly confrontational.
I haven't forgotten what Grimmer did to Aluya and I, and being like, I'm stealing parts of your body, and then flew off. It's like,
I still have it written down. Mm-hmm.
Correct. So I'm just like sitting there going like, I'm hesitant. I will let everybody else do what they want. I just know I am not the aggressor. I am the scout.
Let me just outline beyond the obvious morality standpoint of this situation. Mechanically, if you guys don't interrupt this ceremony, to settle the fight, with the dragons, it's going to be a straight roll or a simple contest between the dragons to determine which one wins. Does that mean the victor's going to kill the opponent? No. Just who's going to win this combat. And it appears the ceremony might add a buff to a certain dragon's roll.
On what side of the island is the axe?
It is on the west side, directly where Seer is going. I'm sorry, I can't really reflect a giant ass axe on this map, but theater of the mind here. She's going to be going towards the shaft of this battle axe. You have fun there? Huh? You have a lot of fun there, Nita? With the funny jokes?
Funny joke.
Okay. Any affirmative action before I move on here?
Aaliyah asks Eddie in her panic state, should she go now? What should we do? Because he's hearing the information.
Mm-hmm.
He also knows about the Grimmer situation and what happened to us, but they also know that Seer, they know Seer.
Yeah, even looking at the blade itself, Seer, I can tell you that it appears to be a special blade that's engraved with magical runes. Not quite a... It's not quite the, loot that you would seek out after for a magical weapon or item, but it appears like his weapon serves a purpose.
That depends, Aaliyah. Do you want to be discreet or let someone else take care of it?
If Seer is going to die, I don't want to be anything but to, take them out.
Oh, so you want to go now?
They're going to do it now? Then we should go now.
Oh my god, I love it.
All right, I'll send you ahead.
And Eddie's going to vortex warp her.
Ooh, okay. Please ping the location, and we'll move her over there. Just hold.
Oh my god,
click.
I love that. That's one way to interrupt someone's thing. Is they're like the.
Actually, if it's possible at all, I think it would be hilarious if he made Aaliyah appear like on top of the the bowl of scales.
Oh god, hang on. Let's see if we got the distance for that. Was that 90 feet?
It's 90 feet, yes.
Okay. Almost. You know what? Rule of cool. Fuck it. It's a little bit outside the range, but we can say that can work. I like that. But only this once. The bowl would be right here. So the little gap with the prisoners.
I mean, just maybe possibly.
Yep.
What could have been done? I don't know if Eddie had been slightly closer, would that have put it within range?
Yeah. I can make that work. Yep.
Yeah, it's just like.
Is this before we start?
Right.
Is this like a big ass stone bowl that's hard to move, or is it like a bowl where if Louis lands on it, it just spills fucking everywhere?
It spills everywhere.
Oh my god!
It gets caked in shit. Hang on. Yep. Back yourself up. All right.
I fixed it.
Yep. So flavor it up for me, because imagine we have a statue of a giant holding a battle axe at his feet. We see a bowl filled with scales, and behind all of that is a giant battle axe embedded into the island. What does this spell, or what does this spell look like, Eddie?
Yeah, it's just as Eddie takes a huge puff of his vape and breathes out. It's like a billowing smoke starts to surround Aaliyah, and as it begins to twist and twist and twist, the eyes of Eddie glow beneath before the smoke jets out and flies soaring until it's just above the bowl, and the smoke rematerializes Aluya, and Aluya, you fall onto the bowl of scales, and it's like the bowl's contents spill everywhere as you yourself take a spill.
Okay. All right, well, let's roll for initiative here. And this is just to keep order of operations here. It does not mean he is going to immediately attack you. But when it does get to his turn, he might hesitate, or he might continue with the ritual. We'll see it like how things play out here. I will roll for everyone. For everyone's knowledge, I am representing all the prisoners as one token. Just for my fucking sanity.
Rascal just shares my initiative, just so you know.
Yes, ma'am. Yep. You. Good. All right. Wow, it's Mavet before anything goes down here. Mavet, what are you doing? You just seen what Eddie did, and you are a little further out into the ocean onto your steed, wherever the hell the name was. I can't think of it off the top of my head. Fishy.
Yes, Fishy.
You're mounted on Fishy, right next to Jalen.
Well, guys, it seems that things are possibly about to go down. So, Fishy, take care of them since you're already tied up.
Okay,
And
so
Mav-
we're taking the Genasi off the initiative here off the map.
Yeah, I'm going to leave them there with Fishy because I just think they'll just get in the way.
Okay. For this, I'm going to grant you a boon. As you have them go away into having Fishy take them away. I'm not even sure how to phrase this. As a free action, like I will allow you to take an additional action on your turn. As you see that the Genasi are very thankful, they're cheering you on as they leave.
Well, my goal is for them not to leave the map, like go over here and just wait.
Somewhere different. Like for our case and purposes, I'm not going to even look at them. They're being taken away from the combat.
I will dash to get over to the land.
Speed.
No, I don't.
I believe that would be half movement.
Yeah, so I'm going to dash
What's your total
all the
movement?
way 45.
45. So if I'm doing my math right, it should be 20, then doubled 40. Okay. You make it onto shore. Where you just approached, there is a heavy incline of about I shouldn't say heavy. Perhaps like an incline of 5 feet. Do you do anything else on your turn?
Does that action save, or do I have to use it this round?
It saves you. You can use it whenever you want. But for our case and purposes, this can only be applied to you. And you just tell me, hey, I want to use that extra action that I got. All right.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Aluya, you just stumbled around. And you see like the sword like halt in the air, about to slay some Dragonborn in the name of a fucked up god. And its reptilian eyes, its slits, stare at you. And his tongue is just wrapping around his jowl. You do?
As I poofed on over here, I get myself together, and as Joseph, oh hi, see it, oh my Eolus, what is that smell?
Standing on shit, difficult terrain. Yeah.
She will make the wind shift so she doesn't have to smell it anymore. Seer,
Okay.
are you okay? Are you alright? What?
Head turns towards Seer.
What is the meaning of this?
No meaning. This is my friend. I lost sight of her. I was worried. I just wanted to be sure she was fine.
Well, looking, he is also going to look towards Seer. Seer, what do you have to say in response to this?
This is also indeed my friend. However, my friend also makes dynamic entrances as they can.
And you did not think it was important to tell me you had a lurking ally?
Sighs
Well, I wasn't
squint.
lurking, you know.
You never asked.
Nostrils flare.
Leave us.
And
What's going on here? You know?
I love Louis. Like, she's gonna keep digging. And I'm like, I'm ready for combat. But I'm going like, Louis gonna keep digging. I'm like, yes, let's do this.
first of all, persuasion.
From
From what you just told him, because you're not lying, you're persuading him. All right. About your reasonings for showing up here.
oh me.
Yep. Yeah, don't worry. I'll give you the roll here. Oh, apologies. Hang on. Delete that. Here's a new one. Persuasion. See the roll? Okay, gotcha. Okay. And 1 second. Yeah, he buys it hook, line, and sinker. You just see him nod. And with a note of irritation at you investigating, questioning what he's doing, he just tells you quickly.
I am Chichimeka, servant of Grimmer. It is my duty as his servant to fulfill his needs. My God requires souls, and souls he will have. You may leave.
Like out of this area or like back
Pointing
to the water?
directly behind you, beyond the statue.
Go to the Tidewind, be with your kind, and be thankful for my generosity.
Your generosity, but that doesn't really explain like these people and the brown stuff going on. So what's up with that?
Okay. So, to contain things, because again, we're going in initiative. At this point, if you're probing for information here, I'm going to ask what your intentions are, whether you want to stall him or if you're trying to actually gather information here. And on top of that, I'm going to start requiring actions and bonus actions because you're going a little bit beyond the 6-second interval for a free action speak.
Okay.
Yep.
It's more like she can see that these dragonborns are not in a good place. So
Yeah, they're bleeding and covered in shit, bound up. Yep.
I mean, she
And
can't just let that ride.
yeah, and just imagine that, like you're seeing exposed skin, like they're bleeding all over, slowly.
I would rather stall or somehow persuade them to find a new way of sacrifice that doesn't include hurting or killing people.
I can offer reasonable things, and that's a little bit beyond a reason for an beyond killing. You know, that's his main drive. What I can offer is a form of stalling. If you're being inquisitive, would be a good way of representing stalling. That'd be like a talking fast talk, charisma. Charisma seems appropriate. I would say, looking at this list here, yeah, I'm just going to default to, performance, because I don't see that too often. This is essentially like a performance to stall him. Like you're trying to keep his attention. Here's what I'll do. If you succeed with this, I have a DC in mind. It's not going to be contested. If you succeed, he will not take his action for this round. And this will give people time to set up, get ready, and be prepared. If you succeed well enough, he will dedicate his... No, I'm not going to go that far. You will stall him. I will offer you the check if you so desire. Keep in mind, if you're going to use guidance, I'm going to have to require a stealth check.
Okay, I wasn't planning to because I
Okay, just want to make sure, because this is a situation where, like, high tense, like, encounter. Like, we're on the cusp of a full-on combat here. Okay. I'll offer you a performance. Is there anything you can add to that? Or that you would like to add to that?
I want to make it seem as I'm like really interested as to what's going on over here. So maybe he can give us more on his god or whatever, or why does this interest him so much to do?
Okay. Yeah, you're being inquisitive to an acolyte. That's a good route here. Asking more about his god. One more time, so like I have an answer in mind. I just want to make sure it covers what you're asking for. One more time for me.
Sure. Like, I'm curious. Like, why are you doing this? What's so special about this? What's so special with your god? You know, why is this your jam?
The opalescent lord requires sacrifice. Our scales, our body for power. We gift it to him, and in turn, he gives back tenfold. I will see my lord rise above the other dragons and crush them. For it is the nature of the world for the strong to destroy the weak.
And as he's going along, I'm going to make sure to tell you directly. It appears that this dragon is on a conquest to gather scales from other dragons, especially with the title itself. You don't believe it's referring to a mineral. Opalescent. It sounds like he is gathering as many scales as he can to embody all of the colors. And it's the typical patron offering power. All right, I'm going to say that took your action with this performance, like basically engaging him in any time he's about to stop, like continuing the conversation. Is there anything you'd like to do with your bonus action?
No, I'm gonna stay.
Okay.
For now.
Yeah, at the moment, he is neutral towards you and Seer, because he has not noticed anyone else. If anyone else enters onto the island fully, that's not behind cover, I'm going to have to require stealth checks, and that's when things are going to go from neutral to hostile here. All right. All right, Jalen is looking out, and I think, begins swimming towards Eddie, steed in hand, and I think she might whisper to you, Eddie.
What are they doing? I don't hear anything.
Oh, there's like this whole ritualistic sacrifice thing going on.
She's been outside of the loop of this entire situation.
A ritualistic sacrifice?
Oh yeah, that dragon fight, like ways back,
Like points backward.
Yeah, they're kind of hoping to give the, well, skinny one a boost.
For his brow.
Well, we should stop it. What can I do to help?
And she's looking for you for guidance.
It's just above table. Do we actually know what she's capable of doing, or is this more of a?
Okay. So yeah, I can give you a brief overview here. She is capable of some spell casting here. She can cast haste, cure wounds, heat metal, cantrip wise, mending, spare the dying, thaumaturgy. I'm sure, like, when you talk to her, you're getting a grip of what she was capable of to see how much protection she would need. You see that she also has magical resistance, and I'm reading my own abilities here quick. She also has some innate abilities that are not spellcasting related, where she can increase the damage people can do with their weapons, or she can use her reaction to increase people's speed to move towards her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just the brief overview. If she's attacking, she has multi-attack, but it's nothing significant.
So, which case, sorry, just trying to see where exactly. Actually, I have no idea where Mabed is right now.
I can ping him on the map for you. He's on the shore to the northeast of the island, right there.
Oh, there's his token. Okay.
Yep.
I mean, if you could help speed Maved up a little bit, it's like I think that would be really helpful.
Oh, well, let's see what I can do here.
Okay. All right. Excellent.
Because especially if she came in on a mount, the mount can give her a dash action if she needs it to get a little bit closer without her using her own action.
Yep. I guess what she can kind of offer here is. Would you like me to cast, or would you like her to cast haste? Or would you like for her to try to use that innate, or position herself with that innate ability? She could probably get you and Mavet in that spell.
Well, I mean, honestly, like I'm thinking that. I guess technically both would work, but at least like he was more hinting at getting like a Mavet hasted.
Yep. No, I apologize.
Because he might have the most difficulty. He might have the most difficulty like getting there immediately within when he needs to.
No, it's just been a hot second since I read haste. Yes, yeah, I got you. definitely do that. Oh, let's move things back here.
Plus, I don't think you would say no to the extra action.
Yep. Oh no. Let's see. So I believe it's a 50 feet of movement. Doesn't matter. Dash. Yep. Brings her over here. She's swimming, just trying to keep up. Maybe even like going underneath the water momentarily, just to sneak underneath the waves. Pops back up, and she just goes, "Marvette, hurry! I've got something for you." And she is going to cast haste. And if memory serves, for her, it's once per day. Let me double check what I did here. Yep, okay. She has one use of haste, and she's going to cast it onto Mavet. Mavet, are you here to hear that?
Yes, I'm looking at what haste does right now.
A lot of good shit. Oh. Combat started. Oh, that's why I accidentally did. Cool. Take on that concentration. You know what's kind of weird is like Mavet, as she casts haste on you, you see like seaweeds and moss begin to grow out of you as like a briny mist envelops your body. And I feel like she's just adding like tendons and muscles to your wooden shape to essentially help you out. But it's just made of seaweed and moss. And in doing so, you have haste. Make sure it actually went onto your sheet here. Cool beans. Fine. Just gotta remember that. All right. That will be the end of her turn. Chichimeka. You have taken like his attention. You see that the dragon or the defecated hulks seem like they want to pounce on you. He holds up a hand and he just goes,
If you have an interest in Grimmer, we are always accepting more into the flock.
And again, he keeps babbling on and on and on. As the Dragonborn's turn, they all seem defeated. They are currently restrained and prone to outline the conditions here. You see, like, if combat breaks out, there is a potential he may start slaying these prisoners. The hulks are taking a survey around in the area. Nothing's peeking out to them. Everyone's staying hidden. Right. Oh, why did I roll for our good friend Eddie? That is the wrong Eddie. Seer, it is your turn. What do you do?
Seems like if Eddie was talking with them, I'm guessing they're getting ready for combat stuff. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah, if you were paying attention to the call, like you probably would have been overhearing mutterings of getting into position.
Yep.
All right. He says, like, if you're interested in Grimmer, and I'm sitting there and go, like, I'm not gonna lie. Honestly, this might be a great way to set up the group.
Yep.
Seer would actually be like, I actually stayed quiet about it, but honestly, I do have interest with Grimmer, and I know they do, I think we witnessed their great power and massive, how would I say, force of nature behind them.
You spoke to Grimmer? What did he tell you? What do you do?
As many great beings that see many of us as worms, I wish I could be able to see them in a brighter light. They let us live. Simply because... How would I describe it? I made a good persuasion or a good conversation for them to not murder me and her.
Oh, you made a persuasion check against our lord. I heard he has a heavy temperament. Could have ended badly.
Quite so. In fact, very well. Well, I don't think we're off the hook, which shows his great amount of power.
Okay.
I'm basically talking this guy to be like fascinated. It seemed to work. So I'm basically being like, once the group is ready, I'm just basically gonna do my thing. I have an idea what I might do, but I'm
Yeah,
basically like just
same
distracting
thing.
him.
Yeah, same thing as Aluya. His initial turn was stalled by Aluya. I'm gonna have to require the same thing, where it's gonna be a persuasion check to stall him for the next round. Keep in mind, because I want to tell the entire party this, the moment hostile threats are detected, these checks that the girls are making will be null and void when it gets to his turn. If that makes sense. Like, once he recognizes a threat, he's no longer distracted.
What a big thing too is like it lets people be optimal, because the key thing is like
Yeah.
I have a way to making things work well, but the thing is like I'm just setting it up so that if they're closer, then we're at the most optimal. But
Yeah.
I'm not a great performer. We're gonna see.
Yep. It's gonna be performance. We'll see if you get his attention.
I'll roll normal. Let's see what we get.
Is there anything you'd like to add to
10.
that check?
Flash of genius, and I'll say this mainly because I used the keyword of Grimmer in meeting them, so I would use that as like a genius moment.
Yep. Make sure that you've taken off 3 uses of Flash of Genius. I want to make sure.
I already
you're
have.
on the ball. Okay. You have effectively taken his next turn. His focus is on you, Aluya. If you want to do spell casting, you could probably get away with it, making a check with advantage. Because his attention is just not focused on you. I'm just letting you know with how he's shifting his attention. Like, his main focus is not towards you anymore.
I think when my turn comes, I just want to casually just go by Seer.
Okay. Anything else here? You used up your action, do this distraction, and you're engaging him in a theological debate.
I have no other things I can do that would make it so I could sneak my way to casting spells or anything, so I just have to keep the act up till everybody's ready in position.
Okay. Eddie, is going to be your turn. You'd even see from your position... No, from your position, you just see a giant ship, essentially.
They just took a huge shit.
Yeah. Yep. Just for our clarity, one more time, stairwell goes 15 feet high. The walls are about 10 feet high. You have a bit of vision and some air slits to work with here. Yep. While you're considering for a second, I do want to announce something to the party, because it sounds like you guys are going to be hostile sometime in the future. This is a good time to mention that the main objective for this encounter isn't necessarily to kill the enemy. The main objective is the prisoners themselves. And to incentivize this behavior, for each Dragonborn you guys save post-combat, or by any means of getting the prisoners away, I'm going to provide the party 200 EXP for each prisoner.
Cool. That was kind of what I was going to try to do.
Oh my god. Well, that makes my idea work even better, because I know what I could do to one target. I know what I could do to another target.
But I need to make it very clear that the sociopath you guys are talking to values the sacrifices more than most else. If combat breaks out, you do feel like he will start cutting necks.
I'm just going to say I have endless water on me.
Okay, I do apologize, Eddie. That was just me giving an overview. What are you going to do?
Well, I was gonna ask, because I'm kind of been still interpreting the map a bit.
Yep.
Is this I'm not sure what this is.
That is just a gradual incline. All that is just a gradual incline going upwards, just like Mavet. That's about 10 feet in elevation going upward. Or slope 10 feet going upward.
Oh dear. So, okay, which case? Five, 10, 15. Yeah, I don't think there is a version, because basically you said that the moment that we step onto the island would require stealth.
Yep. Yep, just to keep things fair, because that seems reasonable to me, because you're going to be out in the open and there are other creatures just surveying the area.
In which case, because there is something that I could do, but I'm not sure if it's actually the right time to do it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say well, I guess more accurate. Maybe this would be the pointer. It's the stealth would be an action on our part.
For this, I will allow it not to be an action, because it's something I'm forcing you to do. It's free action stealth.
Okay. In which case,
God, it feels like we're playing Splinter Cell here. Metal Gear Solid.
I was really happy about that bonus action. I was going to that bonus action to use it for stealth, but if we get it for free, that's dope.
Yep.
In which case, in a weird Solid Snake sort of situation.
Yep.
Perhaps it's but as Eddie wanders onto the island, Eddie quickly Eddie ports and kind of rolls, hopefully stealthily, onto the island.
Okay.
Let's
see it.
But
I was gonna say, I'm not entirely sure if that still works. We can do a quick swap here, but I do appreciate.
Oh, okay. I didn't know I didn't know if you had tested it or not.
Yeah, I to be perfectly honest, I completely forgot about it, and it's something I will test. But thank you for going through the effort. Right here. That's weird.
Wait, where was it?
A little bit. Yep. Hang on. Let me hover it over back for you so you can look.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there it is.
And
right.
I'll move. Yep. I'll move token. Excellent. All right, you come in. Let me see that. Let me offer the stealth check. You get back into the swing. Yep.
Is it worth it? Is it worth anything at all that they are distracted?
That's a damn.
Well, I would say that the mud people are watching.
No, that was the thing. Like, I was going to lean into it, but it's not him detecting, it's the sentries looking. And yeah, I'll leave it at saying sentries. And I will offer the check is just going to be a straight roll unless you have any way to influence it.
No, don't really have like anything to influence passive perceptions or anything like that.
Okay.
Well, I mean, technically I do, but not worth.
Fuck my life. Remind me quick. Passive perception is 10 plus
10
wisdom,
plus whatever their modifier is for perception. If they don't have perception, then just wisdom.
Wisdom. Yep. Thank you. Noted. Is there anything you'd like to do to that roll?
Mm-hmm. Actually, since that would get in the way of their thing.
Can I offer my inspiration?
Yeah, let me lean into that initial query that Mega brought up. For your case and purposes, his particular passive perception is -5, is what I'll grant. -5 of what it would usually be because he's not focused on surveying. All right. And I apologize. Did you ask me a question while I was thinking over the situation?
I was wondering if this was a spot I could offer my inspiration.
If you so desire. If you have inspiration to give, you can give it.
In case he wants to re-roll. So I'll use my inspiration.
Yeah.
I'll use it since I can at least hope I can get better than a 4.
I'll offer the roll one more time. Just get my heart beating. All right. And I'll offer you a stealth.
Because what I'm really hoping for is to be able to, because I think maybe I recognize what the other two want to do, and it'd be really inconvenient to do the one thing if they basically couldn't see anything.
Yep. Stealth op. Like you're approaching, you see the shrine itself, and again, along the walls you do see statues.
All right, which case Eddie is kind of then starting to
Yep. And just for your clarity, it is a slope. It will be difficult terrain if you go over that.
Oh, I don't have to worry about that.
Okay, good. Yeah, I figured you're teleporting, but just say to say.
Well, no, I teleported, but the thing is like, as you might remember, I have winged boots.
Yep. Fucking Christ. Oh, this is awesome. I like this. All right.
I'm mostly just trying to pick. Is it automatically calculating difficult terrain here? Okay,
it is
then
not,
I'll just have to count squares.
Yeah, I was gonna say it. No, sorry. Let me. I answered too quick. It is automatically calculating total distance. It is not calculating difficult terrain. I will mention if difficult terrain comes up. The total number is between the brackets of your full movement, and it is correct so far.
Okay, I was mostly
Yeah.
making sure in case like there was
Yeah,
subtraction I
nothing's
wasn't
fucking-
seeing
yeah.
because
Yeah, nothing's
counting
fucking
individual squares sounds
Yeah.
like a nightmare thing to do right now.
Yeah, no, fuck that. You're good.
Especially since I can't really. But okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that should be, like I think even like moving there should probably still keep me like just out of view.
Mm-hmm.
And then finally, I'm going to hold my action.
Okay.
It's like I'm specifically going to hold onto a fog cloud
Okay.
for the event where it seems like the basically where it seems like the enemy is about to go on the offensive.
Oh. Okay.
Basically, I'm trying to give the main spellcasters a round to do what they want to do while they can still see shit.
Yep. Double check something really quick. All right. Good to know. All right. If that's the end of your turn, we're gonna move on.
Yep, that's it for now.
Okay. Mavet, is your turn. You have haste.
I'm going to cast Pass Without Trace, giving me a plus
Ooh.
10 to my stealth.
Jesus. All right. You do so. Keep in mind, you are going up a slope. It is not steep enough that it requires a check. It's just difficult terrain. So the first two would be a difficult terrain.
10.
Yep.
20.
Yep. And at that point, you would reach the wall. Yep. And
Do I
directly
need to
above
make
you.
a...
With Pass Without a Trace, that's a +5. What's your dexterity?
Plus 10.
Oh, sorry.
I have a
sorry.
plus 17 to my
Yeah,
stealth.
plus 10. Yeah, there's not a chance for failure here. You just keep moving forward. As you move up to the building, how does this spell look? What's the flavor of Pass Without Trace to you?
With Pass Without Trace, you see a darkening of spores and now smoke coming beneath Mavet's feet as it seems to just keep him off the ground, but not enough to be levitating as to not leave any footprints and soften the sound of his steps.
All right.
How tall is this wall?
Okay. So there's a couple numbers here. So overall, it is going to be 25 feet from the ground level. Because I've mentioned that the stairs is 15 feet up, and that the walls itself are 10 feet high from there. In total, 25 feet. You are directly underneath the statue.
I don't know if we want to go gung-ho yet. I got 15 feet movement speed. Mavet is going to climb the majority up the wall.
Okay.
Hang out there.
Did you say you had a climbing speed or didn't have a climbing speed?
I do not.
Okay. Yep. So it's going to be a double movement. It's also worth mentioning as well that, what was the total movement you've used so far? So that's 20, 25, 30. Yeah, I believe I'm counting that right. You came up to the wall with 30. Am I right with that?
Yep.
All right. Then you're using how much for the remainder of the movement?
I'll give myself dash since I have that extra action anyways from haste.
Guys, you don't really need to because your movement speed's doubled.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You should be able to skate. Yeah, you should be able to scale. You begin to climb the wall, and you're right underneath the statue. What do you do?
I'll go ahead and shimmy over a bit
Shimmy over.
so I don't
5 feet
land
to the
on
side.
the statue.
Okay. Yeah. You begin to climb past it.
I think Mavet's the type to, open the bag of worms, so to say.
Okay.
Because I haven't been listening on the shell phone. So Mavet is going to come over the top of the wall stealthily, peek over.
Yeah, and you see the site. See, from your vantage point, you see 2 defecated hulks. You see the Dragonborn speaking. It is still flying, and it appears to be concentrating on something. But as it's speaking, it's essentially having a debate with Seer at the moment.
I will use my bonus action and 2 key points to activate Arms of Astral Self and Visage of Astral Self.
Okay. Make sure you deduct the key points.
Yeah, I just gotta find it in my multiple features.
Yep. Anything else on your turn?
Grab a bottle from my backpack.
Yep. Item
And
interaction.
you said these are made out of feces, right?
Yep.
I will open it up and say geyser towards the closest feces thing.
Okay. Okay.
I don't know how to tilt it.
Yeah. Okay. Just give me the saving. Yeah, saving throw. I'm gonna have it make it at disadvantage. Please target the creature. Hover over and press T.
It's a DC 13 strength saving throw.
Yep. About to make right now. I just want to make sure I'm targeting the right one here. Okay. That is correct. For your sakes and purposes, because it's made of feces, and I do like your ingenuity here, I'm going to have him make it with disadvantage. That is the main boon I'm going to give to you. That's a 14. It does not buckle. Let's see exact wordings on that decanter. Save or suck.
Yeah,
It is save or suck.
Save or suck. All right. So practically nothing. Yep, geyser. 1d4. Yep. Okay.
And then
at this point, you are making your presence known.
Oh my gosh.
And a lot of things are going to happen at once. So first, we see the water come out of the decanter, a geyser striking at this creature, and it begins to roar as some of the sludge begins to turn more muddy. It's just adding to that just wet and drippy physique. And as it begins to roar, Mavet, you look to your left and you look to your right, and you see the statues quivering and a little bit of dust coming off as we have a lot of creatures that are going to enter initiative here.
I knew it.
Yep. Start off with
I was waiting there,
these.
go like, he's not just letting us get away with this.
Yeah. All right. They are already on initiative. No need to worry about that. But even the Chichi Mecha stops talking with Seer and turns his head towards the creature, then towards you. As you are out in the open, you do have an ungodly amount of stealth, but that doesn't make you invisible.
No, yeah, after I attacked, I figured my stealth was basically gone.
Yeah, null and void. If you have anything else to do with your turn, please do it now. I am going to turn on the music for a combat.
Yeah, I used my Arms of the Astral Self, which creatures that I can see within 10 feet of me must make a dex save, DC 16, or take 2d6 force
That's
damage.
very important, so let's deal with that, because that applies to the enemies that were right next to you.
Which I said that before they appeared, just being honest, so I don't know if that would affect them or not.
It still applies. They're just inactive. It's perfectly fine. I'm letting everything go at once. I like the way that you approach this. Apologies. You said a saving throw. What was it again?
DC 16 dex saving throw.
Dex save. Thank you. Dex saving throw. I'll make 2. The first one, we're going left to right. Okay, that's 1 failure. And that's 2 failures. Let's see that damage. And was there anything more than the damage itself? Did you say that they get forcibly moved?
No, it's just 8 force damage.
Force damage. Let me double check. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Okay. Excellent. They will both take 8 force. Excellent start here.
And then Mud Person was in range.
What was in range? Apologies.
Mud Person.
Oh, was he? Okay.
It's 10 feet.
Yeah, you got me. The walls are 10 feet high. Those are what the gargoyles look like. Just crouched figures, almost like a Valkyrie-esque helmet, but almost a Aztec-like design. That will make it for the Hulk. Save or suck, I believe. So it doesn't affect the defecated Hulk. Remind us what your arms look like.
So as the arms protrude out of Mavet's side, they are a lot really smoky, gray and white smoke coming out of Mavet's sides, reaching out above him, waiting to strike.
Okay. And that's the end of your turn?
Yep, that is the end of my turn.
Okay. Just give me 1 second before you move on. I'm just reading over this encounter tactics to make sure I don't forget anything. Yeah. That Dragonborn is still flying. Okay. Alright. Okay. There's a couple wrenches that I'm seeing here. Okay. Aluya, it is your turn. It looks like the Dragonborn you're talking to is redirecting his blade back towards... first analyzing the immediate threat, then it looks like he is favoring his blade to quickly make some sacrifices.
Okay. I will...
Speak up a little bit for me, please.
Sure. I'm gonna... If I'm able to... Excuse me, so sorry. I don't know what's going on here.
Remember, it's all difficult terrain, just as a reminder, before you make any solid movements.
I can't really get there. Seer is double my movement too, right? On top of the difficult terrain?
I can't recall off the top of my head if it's an extra 2 or like an extra foot of movement. For our case and purposes, I believe difficult terrain and moving through an ally space, even the bound up tribesmen would be a quadruple movement, so ×4, I believe. So every 5 feet would be 10, I believe 15. If I'm recalling all that correctly.
That eats all of my
Sounds about right.
If it's an ally, basically allies can let them go through freely. If it's a It depends if the Dragonborns want to live and they see us as an ally. But if they can't see or they don't know, they don't know.
Because I thought it was difficult terrain for ally spaces while moving through enemy squares where you had to make a check.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Enemy squares. Oh, go ahead, Mega. You got this.
It is difficult terrain to move through an ally space. You can only move through an enemy space if they are at least 2 sizes larger than you.
Yeah, well, hang on. That begs the question. It is difficult terrain to move through a creature's space, and if that's so, does difficult terrain stack on difficult terrain?
No.
I didn't think so.
If both things use the term difficult terrain,
that's what I was figuring. Yeah, so never mind. It's just it would be 10 feet of movement.
Got it. I can actually get to where I want.
Speak up a little bit more.
I can get to where I want. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. Okay, we're good. Gonna go here. Oh, excuse me. So sorry. Shit's popping off. Crazy.
Do you have enough movement for that final push there?
I have 35.
I don't believe you can make that final movement. So the first one would be 10, second one would be 20, last one would be 30, and moving to the last square would be 40 feet of movement, if I'm doing my math right here.
Oh, because this one's difficult terrain again.
Yeah, you're still in difficult terrain. Like the entire area, for everyone's knowledge, is difficult terrain. Is covered in shit.
I don't know if it matters for what you're trying to do, Aluya, but theoretically, if you were to make your first 10 feet of movement and jump to cover the rest, the only thing is that you would need to make a DC 10 acrobatics check to not fall prone after the fact.
No.
If that's what you want to do, you do it.
Let me see my stuff.
I just don't know if what you're trying to do, if it matters if you're prone or not.
Well, while you're considering that for a moment, I'm gonna quickly grab some water. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I just wanted to position myself out of this little catty corner I'm in case I need to move my body in a better position. I'm just kind of pinned in this section with these dudes. In worst case scenario, dimension doors here out the way, but it's a lot of my movement.
I have no fear.
Well, I mean, honestly, this might be more of a situation where it might be more important for you to make an impactful action.
So, I think I'm just going to quicken spell some levitate and do I have something in my cantrips? Yeah, I do. I have Ray of Frost. Or should I just hit him hard with a lightning bolt? You know what? Let's do that. Because YOLO. Let's do lightning bolt and let's crank up that damage to max. Unless he is resistant to lightning. I know what I'll do.
Okay, I'm back. What do you decide on?
Alright, am I allowed to attack him with my spear even though these guys are prone, right?
Are you wearing a shield?
Yeah.
Then I don't believe... Oh, sorry. You're doing it with the spear, not the lance. I apologize. Yep. They are prone on the ground. They will not add to the DC. Or not DC, AC. They're not providing cover.
Okay, so I just want to test something out on something, so...
I don't like that. That doesn't sound very cool of you.
Because I want to do something else and I don't want it to be wasted. If what I think might happen. So we're just gonna attack with the spear.
Okay. Spear. I assume it's going to be a throw, or are you attacking mid-movement here?
I have a reach of 10 feet, so...
Okay. Yeah, that works. So hover over the creature, press T, make the attack.
Did it happen? Nope, didn't happen.
You should have a pop-up that for the roll itself.
See now.
Go.
Oh my gosh, it was gonna be an 18.
Is there anything you'd like to do to that roll?
No, I've got nothing.
Okay.
On my thing, does that
So-
have to be, I have to make a hit or just using the spear?
I will double check, more likely using the spear. That is a successful hit regardless. Please roll the attack. I'm still going to answer that question. Okay.
Thing for damage shouldn't pop up.
It just says when you take the attack action, says nothing about making a successful strike. So yes, when you use the attack action, you should be able to use it.
Gosh.
But I don't think you'd. I don't think you'd want to use it because by the wording of it, can't see.
I did roll an attack. It was in a 16. Why can't I
Okay,
just
never
roll
mind.
my damage?
Yeah, additional attack. Gotcha. Yep, let's see it.
It won't let me roll my damage. I have to act like I... Jesus Christ, just let me do this, please.
There should have been a little drop down tab for damage in the chat bar, or like a chat feed, after making that successful strike.
I had to do it again. It just
Yeah,
wouldn't let
no
me.
problem.
There's a box in
Yep.
front.
Just continue on. There should be a damage button. Press that. Yep, there you go. All right, that's 11 damage. Oh, son of a bitch. Hang on. Let's see exact damage type. Is it all force?
Yes, it's force damage.
Yep. Yeah. Now, obviously, force goes through.
And the thing I wanted to check, can he make me a DC 17? I think it's a con save.
Okay. Well, first off, he's going to make a concentration check. He maintains concentration.
Okay. It's a con check.
Okay.
DC 17.
Makes Constitution saving throw for your effect, and it appears that he fails. Read out the effect.
He takes 1d12 damage, and his movement is 0, and he takes lightning damage.
Yep, because that was a melee attack. That is correct.
Mhm.
Yep. Roll me that 1d12, and what was the additional effect I added on to that? One more time.
Speed is 0.
Speed is 0. Oh, fuck.
Yep.
Gray, why do you hate yourself? I don't know. It's just passion. It's passion of mine. I just hate myself. Very cool though. I love this. Like, you see a surge of electricity with this. Okay.
4 electricity damage.
Yeah. All right.
Now, the thing that I wanted to see is with that electricity damage, did it seem like it hurt him as it should, or he
Yep.
ate that?
It went through.
Okay, cool. Got it.
Hang on. Let me reread my shit here. Because I gotta look up one important thing, whether I added that with the initial damage of the damage die roll that you did, or that's a separate roll.
That's a separate thing.
Yeah, it appears I have it as separate. Fuck my life. All right, another Constitution save it or concentration check. Succeeds.
My bonus action, I'm gonna use the blunt end of my spear to poke him in the eye.
Poke him in the eye. All right. Right. See that attack? Mm-hmm. Yes,
okay,
sir.
I guess it's
Yep.
Oh no, so I'm just seeing that like or at least the roll I was seeing was like the Constitution save was on Aluya.
No. That's apologies. It's because I was looking at her fucking character sheet. All right. 20 is a hit. All right, let's see that damage. Toofta. All right.
Gotta do it again.
Yep. Gotta make the goddamn concentration check again. Fuck. All right. So, as his concentration drops, you see that the sky above begins to become darker. And as he loses it, he looks up and goes, No. You've ruined it. You've ruined it! And he is going to focus all of his attention onto Aluya.
Okay.
As you have sullied his ritual. As one of the parameters is he needed clear skies. The main reason why is because he wants to send their souls to his lord, and he can no longer do that because in a sentient calamity, we just get Genasi. Anything else on your turn?
No, I used up my action and my bonus action.
Yeah.
But I just wanted to check something for purposes.
Yep. For our case and purposes, I'm going to readjust the height on all these creatures quick. Okay. Right, and where's elevation? Elevation just for me. There we go. They are all 10 feet in the air because they're on top of the walls. The first gargoyle begins to break off here, and it begins to fly. It moves 5 feet up for an elevation of 15. And it is going to look around and I have a rule set that I'm playing with here, and I do apologize to Luya to double down on this. But from the looks of it, we only have one person damaging its master, and it is going to fly towards you. Going to fly over the Hulk, and as it approaches you, 5, 10, 15, 20, yep, moves 25 feet total, and as it does so diagonally, it's going to get 5 feet elevation, and Luya is going to try to grapple you.
Okay.
Okay. Is going to be an athletics check against either your athletics or acrobatics. All right. I'll make the first roll here, then I'll offer you the roll. Normal roll. And for you, Aluya, What would you prefer, acrobatics or athletics?
It would definitely be my strength.
Okay, so athletics, got you. I'll offer you the roll. Wow, a natural fucking one. Why did I even bother? I don't even think you could potentially fail this. Like, natural one for you would be more than 3, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you brush him off as it's just coming in and trying to grab at you. All right. It is Jelen's turn. She is going to use her mount to try to get to shore with the dash action. All right, and I'm trying to remember. I can't remember. Is it mounting and dismounting? I believe is either 15 feet or
Half your movement.
Yep, half your movement. She used the mount's speed, not her own. So she gets off, it'd be about 15. And as she does so, she is approaching, so 5, 10, 15. She moves up trying to get in position here, as she does not want to go over the slope or try to scale a fucking wall. She's going to go through the front door like a normal woman. All right.
Like Daddy raised her.
Oh, hang on. You know what? I need to give her a little bit more credit here. I'm going to move her additional 30 feet because she would spend her action to dash. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I registered what you said, Mega. It took me a second. All right. It is this creature's turn. Oh my god. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out what I want to do here, because he's not going to kill his prisoners. He still wants them. I'm going to just do the thing I intended to do, and things are going to get a little wonky on this map. You just see as he's just saying, "You ruined it! You ruined it! You ruined it!" He is going to, just start screaming at you, and as he does, you see, like, a black sludge begin to come out of his mouth and spew out like smoke as he casts darkness centered on you. For your knowledge, what people would note, and I need to take this off, hopefully it won't ruin the fucking spell. Yes, it will, but it's fine. Place template here. As he casts a spell, it does not appear like he's concentrating on it. Oh, fucking Christ. Alright, and I believe, can someone remind me about darkness one more time? What was the radius?
It is a 15-foot radius around the point that they choose or the object that they choose.
Yeah, he's going to dedicate it onto the ground, and it will be centered on Aluya. I hope everyone can properly see the template. That should be a 15-foot radius. All right.
Fog cloud go off?
Yeah, it's like.
Oh, I do apologize.
It'll be.
Yeah.
It's actually really funny now. Just like it's like I really hope that he wasn't planning on trying to take advantage of magical darkness, because
yeah, it's almost like I did intend to take advantage of magical darkness, and I looked up the fog cloud is this heavy. Excuse me.
I'm just gonna say we knew what happened in season 1 when I couldn't see through it, so that's why I used my spiritual visage, because I can see through it in case you pull that shenanigans.
Yeah, it's gonna fly above Aluya. I believe 10 feet would be appropriate. I do apologize, I am covering your token. When we refer to your token, I'll move him out of the way. But he is still within the darkness, and he is hoping to take advantage of it, spending his action to do so. In a rage, we see black smoke come out, fill your spot, and the wings flap, and it begins to fly over you, as if it's trying to take advantage of this darkness. All right, hang on, let me get back to his Baron here. Keep fucking around with shit. It is Dragonborn's turn. Like, again, they're all defeated. They're just accepting their
Actually-
death with grace. What?
I'm sorry,
What?
did the guy just move?
He's flying.
Well,
Yeah, 0
Yes.
movement.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I do apologize. Attack of opportunity if... Oh, yeah, fuck! Yeah, you're right. Thank you. I'm sorry.
you,
There's a
Eddie.
couple things there. Good catch. I appreciate it. He wanted to move, and as he tries to move his fucking wings, we see a spasm go through his wings. Even then, I believe he is actually grounded with 0 movement because he doesn't have hover. So he is stuck in the shit. Well, not stuck, but you get what I'm going at here. Thank you. All right. I'm gonna say this gargoyle, seeing that 2 of its allies got injured by some mysterious tree man on top of the wall, and he is also gonna try to grapple you, my friend. I assume you want to do acrobatics. Mavet.
No, I'll do strength using my fire
Ooh, okay.
because I have my astral arms.
Okay, that's pretty cool. All right, so athletics with the wisdom modifier. Awesome. All right. It will also make that strength roll. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, it's a struggle as it's trying to get its hands around you, try to grapple at you, and it just does not succeed. That
Those
is,
extra arms come in handy.
Yeah, it is the other one's turn. It is, again, I'm following a bit of metric here. It is going to go around and try to flank, well, attempt to, but it won't. Is going to position itself around Aluya here. It's going to be 5 feet off the ground. This is flying. And again, Aluya, we are going to have a grapple check. Yeah.
Can see in the darkness
Very good point.
and the fog.
Yeah, hang on. Well, hang on. One step at a time here. Magical fucking darkness, you are correct. Let me reconsider my options here. Not see. Yeah. Seer's in it. That would leave Mavet then. Just start flying.
I'm going to say I'm going to disable concentration because it's not going to do anything, and it's just annoying.
Free
having that
action,
on the
drop,
screen.
concentration. Yep, that's perfectly fine. Let me double check if that movement is correct for what it's capable of doing. Yep, it has movement. It is going to go towards Mavet. All these creatures are flying 10 feet off the ground. All right.
I'm just going to go ahead and use a reaction on it.
Reaction on what?
On the creature coming near me, the gargoyle.
Okay, what's the reaction?
It is Hail of Spores. So
Okay.
DC 16 Constitution saving throw.
Same throw. What type of damage?
Necrotic. He saves.
Necrotic. Yep, he saves. Save or suck?
It is. Sure, it's save or suck.
All right. Okay, let's go towards Mavet here. And same thing as before, I'll offer you athletics. He will make a strength roll. Ooh. All right. Oh. God, my nuts. They hurt. That fucking hurts. That's a 5 and a 4. Mavet, you save. Alright. Alright, it is the Hulk's turn. Seer is currently within the darkness. This creature...
I will say, though, it didn't know where I was.
Yeah, it did. You're directly north of it. Like, within 5 feet.
Like,
that's why I'm saying this. Yeah.
Yeah, like, like, just as a reminder, like, when it comes to, like, like a darkness or, like, obscurement or whatever, like, unless a creature specifically goes out of their way to make a stealth check, they're not, like, invisible.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to play around with here. Let's see. Oh, fucking... Got a couple things I want to do post-session. Alright. Fine. Let's get back to the defecated Hulk. Alright. Towards you, Seer. It is going to do a slam at you with disadvantage, because it has no way of seeing past this darkness. Alright. It tries to slam into you and does not do so. Alright. That is the end of its turn. Fuck. Hands off chess piece, but we'll keep moving here. Alright. Let's see. This creature is going to go by its master's side. Go down to 5 feet. And just like, it doesn't know what's grappling at. It can't really see you. So I guess what's going to do is it's going to try to attack you. Need to stop doing that. Or I lose my shit.
Do you have a bunch of stuff hotkeyed or something?
No, it's not worth bringing up right now. It's just like yes, there's things overlapping that I didn't notice before session. Don't worry about it. I will learn from this mistake. Seer. It is going to try to attack you. It does have flanking, I believe. Yep.
It doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter.
What I'm saying is for a straight roll. Unless there's other factors I'm forgetting about here.
I mean, like, essentially with the fog cloud, however is because I don't necessarily see where you've... Oh, okay, no, okay, I think I see the circle now.
Yeah.
But essentially, if anybody has advantage or disadvantage, it's... Unless they have, like, a special senses to see otherwise, everything is essentially a straight roll.
Okay, gotcha. It's gonna be a straight roll. For you, Seer, is gonna make 1 bite and 2 claws, straight rolls. That's a miss. That is a miss.
I should mention now that I have the highest ass AC of the group.
Yeah.
I have a 23.
All right. Is it correct though? Because I believe you have your half plate correct. Half plate.
I got half
enhanced
plate.
defense, repulsion shield, and the cloak. Correct.
Correct.
Yep. And what's the total with that? Do you have a +2 dexterity?
Let's see. Yep, I do have a +2 dexterity.
Okay, so it'll be 17. And what is enhanced defense add-on? +1 or +2?
I'm level 10.
Yeah,
it should be +2.
Okay, 17, 18, 19. Same thing with repulsion shield.
Well, shield gives me a +2. And I get a +1. Hold on, let me double check.
Yes. Yeah, like the shield itself gives a +2, and then repulsion shield gives a +1 bonus.
20, 21, 22, and the cloak would make it 23. It is all added correctly. I just wanted to make sure we weren't shortchanging you. All right. I believe that's all the attacks there. Yeah, it is struggling to hit you in this. It is the next gargoyle's turn. It sees that you are grappled. It is going to move to the side Mavet, and it is going to do its full attack at you. Okay.
Which I just noticed something about my AC since you brought it up. It is my integrated protection isn't applied to it, so it should be +1 for 19.
Is additional +1 on top of it?
Yeah, and then +2 from haste, which I'll be at 21.
Yeah. Second. Okay. We're going to switch it over and do a 21. Okay, so it's reflected properly. All right, this creature is going to come in here and try to fuck up your shit. First. Hang on, before I move on here. Yeah, I have the darkness down, but I don't have the fog cloud out. Remind me of the area.
20-foot radius.
20-foot radius, and where would you put it here? Just ping it for me, and I'll place it.
Probably would have placed it. Actually, probably for simplicity, I probably would have centered it on the ritual caster.
Gotcha. And you said a radius, or was it a square?
20-foot radius or 40-foot diameter.
Sir. Okay. What? Okay, they are outside, they are outside of that fog. So that creature with flanking towards Mavet, who is 10 feet up in the air, outside of the radius of the fog cloud, the attack would have been with advantage. That's the main reason I wanted to ask here, to make sure I had everything in order. Okay, yep. I'm just going to make one more bite attack here. Then the next attacks I'm going to make with advantage. That's a definite miss. All right, with advantage with claws. That is a 23. Unless you have any bullshit, I'm going to continue on.
That hits.
Yep. Going in for the claw, raking at your bark. That would be 4 damage. Sure, I just want to make sure that applied properly. Okay, it did. All right, next claw. First one was bite. Yep. Second claw. All right. It is just raking at you with the 16. It misses. All right. As the end of its turn. The fuck does the other one want to do?
I did spray him with water.
Yeah, you did. I'm just trying to think of the height difference with the large creature. You know what? Because I think it's funny. Gonna move underneath you. And then Mavet, just for my sakes and purposes, let's get everything in order here. You are 10 feet up in the air. This creature moved 10 feet to get to you. And it will climb up 5 feet. And I believe that should bring it within range of you. So I'm going to say, because it is holding on with one hand, trying to climb up, it is going to attack with disadvantage. Right? Okay. 18 is a definite miss. As it is just trying to swallow you, it is you see the maws of the beast underneath your feet. Seer, it is your turn.
Your breath smells like shit.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, you're in magical darkness and fog, like, it's hard to see shit.
So, what makes this hard for me is the fact it's like, alright, like, a lot of my spells require sight, which kind of sucks. However, technically, I'm still very blind. I was thinking it's like, I need to remember if Spanky had blind sight, and I don't think they do. So I'm trying to think. Honestly, darkness is helping out a lot. He doesn't want to kill the things because he needs them.
Yep.
So really just killing a lot of creatures is a great way of doing things.
Yep.
Let's see. I think I'm just trying to do an optimal thing because I'm in darkness. I can't see. And I don't want to step out of darkness, so is there a spell I could use that I could just shock at someone? Sight. Let's see.
Not for nothing, but don't you have a gun?
I do have a gun. The thing is, like, that's what I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Because the idea is, like, I want to make them come after me.
It's like, shit, she's got a gun. Get her.
I think what's going to have to happen is that I'm going to have to step out from the dark, from the darkness.
Yeah, let me switch up some colors here so we can actually tell the difference of what the fuck we're looking at.
So there's darkness. Let's see. If I were to finagle my way through things. These creatures are big, right?
1 second.
So as I step out of the darkness, would I be able to see the stone statue and the mud monster in the dark as it's out of the darkness a little bit?
1 second, and I'll answer that question. Okay. All right. Sorry, repeat that one more time for me.
I want to know if basically if I step out of the darkness, if the creatures I'm targeting at are basically in the darkness. So I know I don't take an attack of opportunity if I step out, but basically, would I be able to see them as I step out of the darkness still?
Since they're heavily obscured by the fog. Yep. For your knowledge, the gargoyle to your north is not within darkness; is just within the fog. The defecated Hulk is half and half in the darkness, fully within the fog.
Well, I'm in a poopy situation. I have a gun, so I'm going to be rolling at a disadvantage regardless. I think I'm going to aim for the hulking mass.
It'd be straight roll. Because
I know.
Yep.
But why I'm going to shoot for the Hulk is basically I'm going to shoot it and then make my presence known for the gargoyle and this to chase.
Okay.
Moving them away from the prisoners. So basically, I think I'm going to aim for the Hulk.
Okay. Let's see that attack. Make sure that you're hovering over it and you press T.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yep.
Let me try again.
Yeah, it's fine. That's definitely a miss, but
it's loud though.
Yep, it is loud. We hear it echo throughout the island.
And then I move one more square over since it can't attack me, and basically now they know where I am.
Yep. Okay. Anything else on your turn?
And I'm trying to think. Bonus action. have Rascal travel to the last known location of Aluya.
Okay. They can definitely do that. Move it outside your square. Yep.
And Rascal can fly, so no difficult terrain.
Yep. So I can do it. How high up? 5 feet, 10 feet?
10 feet, and then go landing where Aluya was last seen. If it doesn't find Aluya there, then it stays in that square.
Okay. Yep, it finds Aluya.
It's on Aluya now, and now I
Yep.
have things I could do next turn.
Okay. It is the gargoyle's turn. They're all surrounding around our dear friend Mavet. No, I will honor that gunshot because gunshots are weird. We'll go half and half. Here. Aluya, odds or evens? Or not Aluya, sorry. Seer, odds or evens?
Evens.
Evens, and you'd like for enemies to swarm you, correct?
Correct.
Okay, on an even, the gargoyle will target you. It is an even. It is...
I'm
going
still
to
in the
start-
fog, but it's going to come.
Yep. It is going to swoop down. It is outside of the fog, but you are inside of the fog. Trying to think here. Yeah, I'll try to grab. I just need to get out of that bad habit. Hover and T. There we go. Is going to try to grapple you. That's a weird one. Grapples it's technically a special melee attack, correct? So it'd be at disadvantage. I don't remember off the top of my head. Here.
Okay. So there is really technically no rules for this, at least as far as I know.
Yep.
However, you can choose to impose some sort of advantage, disadvantage, buff, debuff on the roll. Or you could just let it ride as it is in the rules and just let it go straight.
I'm going to let it go straight because you guys got a lot of momentum behind you right now. And yeah, no, that sounds appropriate, or else things are going to get really wonky here. Do a straight strength roll, and I will offer you check. Let's see. Would you prefer acrobatics or athletics? I would assume acrobatics.
It hits me with a melee attack.
Oh, I apologize. That was me just going through in my head. This is a contested roll.
Saying it's a melee attack still, correct? For a grapple?
If I'm remembering grapple properly, it should be a
It
special.
is a contested check unless it's an attack that has a grapple feature attached to it.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. It is just.
Reason why
contested
I'm
roll.
checking.
That's me. Yeah, that's just me misspeaking off the top of my head.
Reason why I'm not too worried is because if I fail, as it hits me with a melee attack, I repulsion shield it.
Yeah. It's just a contested roll, so that is not applicable here. But it will grapple you. All right, I'm gonna apply the grappled condition to both our boy and girls. Okay. Both them grappled, and I'm not gonna make the same mistake I made before. What was the total movement that I moved here? Okay, 25 feet, swooping down. It is going to begin to raise you. And at a 25 feet... Yeah, that'd be, if memory serves, when you're moving creature, it'd be half movement. 25. Yep. So it would only be able to rise 15 feet up. So it's bringing you top the wall. believe it can drag you along. It will change your elevation, Seer, but know that you are currently 15 feet up with this grapple. All right.
I have no fear.
Yep. You guys have tools. All right, Eddie, it is your turn here.
So I'm a little bit confused. Like she's 15 feet in the air?
Yes, 15 feet in the air. It grappled, the gargoyle grappled Seer and tried to fly and did so at double movement.
Okay, because like when you said like air quote above the wall, I thought you meant that literally like they're hovering above the wall or something.
Yeah. No, it would be above the wall at this point because the wall is 10 feet up and they are currently 15 feet in the air. So you would have a clear visual of them.
Oh, so then she's 5 feet above the wall.
Yes, 5 feet above the wall.
Okay. In which case... Eddie himself is going to specifically he's going to fly over this way.
Yep.
And
just love the visual I have in my head. Just you running over the fucking.
It's just like, it's like, hold on, just a sec here, as Eddie flies into the fog, and it's like, and then he's going to blast the gargoyle with some Eddie blasts, because.
Okay, hover over and press T, but I got a good idea of which one you're talking about. Hell yeah. Actually, I have a question for you, Eddie, because this is a little bit of a weird scenario. What's your elevation at the moment? Like, are you the main reason I'm asking is because I'm wondering, with blind sense, you have 10 feet, correct? That you can see throughout the fog, or do you have a way of circumventing not seeing beyond 10 feet is what I'm getting at, because it would be 15 feet up in the air.
It's like, just to be clear, are there 2 circles right now, or just the one?
There are 2 circles. The very first one on the far left is darkness. The one that you are in right now is fog cloud. Just making sure that like no effects are impeding your vision towards this creature.
Sorry, I'm trying to actually think about myself.
Yeah, it's just a little bit of a strange situation we found ourselves in.
Well, that's always going to be a situation whenever you're dealing with any amount of aerial combat.
Yep.
Make sure something of myself real quick.
Yep, no problem. Take your time.
I believe actually, if I'm seeing this circle correctly,
yep,
I could actually probably be here and probably be just fine. Because I'm thinking, I'm mostly just thinking of like the height difference, and that's the part I'm trying to figure out. But I think even if Eddie was on like the extremity of the fog cloud and was at least like, for example, about 5 feet in the air,
that works out
then
perfectly.
he'd still,
Got it. And that'd just be your attacks with advantage, correct?
Yeah.
All right, let's see it. Getting excited here.
Well, don't get too excited.
I'm getting super excited. I just love the layout that we have. I like everyone's positioning. I like All these situations are coming out here.
Where is... Oh, this must be the old thing. Oh, no, it's just doing the roll
Yep.
automatically. Okay.
Ooh. Yeah, 25 is a hit. I presume that you're pushing them back.
Yeah, I'll push him back 10 feet,
Okay.
which will then allow for
Yep.
Seer to just fall gently on top of the wall.
Okay. Yeah, no. It's a little bit of a iffy situation. Yeah, definitely. I can say that she's on top of the wall. Actually, gonna move her over one. Okay.
But
Yep, that is a definite hit. Just need to take deep breaths. Deep breaths, Gray. Deep breaths. Fix it post-session. I apologize, Eddie. Continue on with your turn. Yep, because that's 2 Eldritch Blasts. I believe you still have your bonus action open. Okay.
let's try again.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so I was just not being heard. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't hear you. Go ahead.
What I was asking is, do these gargoyles have any relevant damages, resistances, immunities, or vulnerabilities to bludgeoning?
Damn good question.
I asked. That's why I probably shouldn't have put the circumstance bonus here because I don't know.
No, you're perfectly fine. It went through fully because it's magical bludgeoning.
Okay, so it would have had resistance to non-magical. Okay.
Yep.
I was mostly just making sure, just
that.
in case.
Yeah, I can give you that.
So then. Well, actually, this is a situation where I essentially gave up my my second Eldritch Blast, but I got the purpose that I wanted.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I have no other targets within 10 feet of Eddie currently.
Yeah. Yeah. Sense.
So then I'm just going to use the rest of my movement to. Oh dear. Let's see. Yeah, I'll move up in here for the time being, and bonus action. I will. Actually, where is? There it is. Oh, okay. I see how it is. I'll just have to drag him all the way over here, I guess.
Gotcha.
I'll actually pop him here specifically.
Okay.
And that will be Eddie's turn.
All right. We're going to get to the final gargoyle here. he just seen one of his buddies get blasted through the fucking air. So he's gonna take a preliminary look around here and attempt to go towards the threat. Okay, this is the hard spot. Because you're not hiding, you made yourself known. I would presume that he knows the general location that you're in. Is a perception check even required if you're not hiding?
So, like, as far as, like, knowing if you're there, it's like, yeah, no, it's not necessary.
Yeah, okay, because I don't want to, shortchange you or, fuck you over. He's gonna try to go towards you and...
Yeah. Again, the only weird part is that, like, now we're in a situation where somebody has clarity in the place where...
Yep. Okay, let me...
So now this is the point where it's sticky as far as, like, whether you just want to keep grapples straight or not.
Yeah.
Because I'm assuming that's what you're about to do.
Yeah, because I'm not going to metagame here. You haven't teleported in front of him, and all these guys' tactics, spoiler alert, on the first round is to try to grapple if they can. So it is going to try to grapple you. And yeah, okay, and yeah, this is where you said we're getting to a bit of the sticky situation. Because you can see him, he can't see you. Yeah, I'll offer you a check, and I'll settle on disadvantage for this specific instance, because you have a visual on him, and he does not have one on you. All right, got it settled in my head here. I will offer you the roll, my friend. Would you like to make a acrobatics or athletics?
I'll be making acrobatics.
Sir. All right.
As I don't have a strength boosting item to...
You know what? You just feel really goofy today. You're like, you know what? Maybe I will. All right. I'm gonna do fucking strength here. Sent you the
Maybe
roll.
if I were playing a different character, they'd be just like, oh no, you're grappling me.
Oh fuck, hang on. Let me re-roll that again. Hang on. I wanted that at disadvantage. Hold on. One more roll. Yeah, there's 3. Can you even fail that? Yeah, almost. It's a, I believe, meat beats for the recipient. You shouldn't be grappled.
The one who is defending wins this contest.
Yeah, because whenever a contest happens, it's how the situation was beforehand. If both meet, and you were not grappled, so you are not grappled right now. All right, this creature swoops in and tries to grab at you, grabs at smoke, and at this point, I would like to tell the party. I think I want to end the combat mid-session here. We'll take notes on important things that are happening here, because I'm personally going to drive myself insane if I don't fix a couple things, as well as we're running on time, if everyone's okay with that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how I got the grapple condition, unless it's tied to their claws.
No. The creature to your south attempted to grapple and did a successful grapple. It's just I never took advantage of it by bringing you up. I ended up moving to the defecated Hulk afterwards.
Oh, I was scrolling up. I don't see any successful ones.
Let me see. I could be wrong. Let me double check.
Yeah, because there's the one I rolled a nat 1, but rolled a 5, and he rolled a 4.
Yeah, hang on a second. Right. All right. Again, I'll look into this later. We'll just end on this point, and I'll go through the log and Again, if it's a contested roll and you won, I'll take off the grappled condition.
Okie dokie.
All right, but thank you guys so much for bearing with me throughout this combat. I had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for joining us.
Bye-bye, guys.
This has been House Common Blood. The intro and outro music is Oh My Dog by Savick, and any other music and sound effects used in the episode are royalty free. Credits can be found in the episode description. Please review us on whatever podcast listening app you happen to be using. And if you like us, tell other people. Word of mouth is the best way for us to grow. Thank you for joining us. Stay connected.